Hey guys, it seems as though it's almost back to school time for most of us, and that means that I will be less active on the channel. This means I will be releasing less videos than I have before. This may suck depending on your point of view. For now, let's get started with the update. I will be releasing at least one video per month. It doesn't matter what the topic will be about, as long as I release one video per month. 2. You will probably be seeing more educational videos from me than you have in the past. This includes things such as tutorials on software or hardware, compositions breakdown, advanced math lessons such as trigonometry, coding lessons such as JavaScript and HTML and CSS, and so on. You will probably be seeing less musical composition. This is due to the fact that such things are almost impossible to do when you have a busy schedule. You will probably see even more updates via Twitter and YouTube than ever before. I'll be so busy with video editing, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, geometry, and biology that I probably won't have as much free time as I had before during the summer's break. In other words, I'll be so occupied with school works and preparation that I can't even manage making a simple 5-minute video without as much free time as I had before. Number 6. I will be making videos throughout all holidays. Number 7. Script writing will not be possible at all anymore. This means that tutorials will be unscripted instead of scripted. All of this is quite inconvenient, especially because I love creating content for you guys and gals to see. However, I can be a busy man, even if I'm just in high school. That doesn't mean you'll be seeing the last of me or this renaissance. It will just mean that all content created on this channel will be lacking on what my channel name is. However, I have an explanation for why this is happening. I will tell you why I will be telling you in 2 seconds. I will be quite busy with schoolwork. However, that doesn't mean I will never ever have the time to compose ever again. No, don't be ridiculous. It will just mean you'll be seeing less of me, Musical Inquisitor. Now, let's get some what I think will be common and coming questions to come. If you're so busy with schoolwork, why not change your channel's name? If I do change my channel's name, I will be seeing less traffic from my channel. I will also be seeing the loss of subscribers, loss of views, and loss of likes than I had before with other videos. Why not release the suggested new content onto the Jorge Lainez channel? The reason why I won't release the suggested new content onto the other channel is because of channel size and viewer retention and subscriber count. If I were to not post anything for 6 months, I will definitely lose viewership from recommendations and viewership via sharing video effect. The other channel, Jorge Lainez, is for school projects anyway, not for me to post educational videos. If your tutorials are going to be unscripted, then why not make your song-throughs unscripted as well? How boring would it be to watch someone who doesn't have a plan or clue about what he's doing and make a video that is literally just me wasting your time to make a decent song out of nothing but just software instruments? It would be immensely boring and heavily edited. And as mentioned at number 5, I can't be able to even make the simplest of songs without wasting that 5 minutes of work, sleep, and food. Why not re-release some of your old songs and do something better than before? You've done it with Stamp Start. It takes time to remake something, such as an old tune, into something better than it was before. This is because remixing something can be difficult without the proper training and without the proper practice. Re-releasing old melodies would require some time for counterpoint rearrangement, harmonic and melodic remixing, and this certainly can't be done quickly at all. Why not just do all of your YouTube stuff at night? I don't want to be an irresponsible teenager who just wants to release videos and not get any sleep whatsoever. What a miserable life to live, having to stay up all night, having to work on 2 things at once. I'm sorry if you have to live a life like that, but this is not what I want to do. What do you think I am, you cold, heartless person? A puppet that just makes videos every day only for you? What an entitled princess you are if you ask such a question. How do you know you're going to have all this workflow? The truth is that I don't even know whether I'm going to have this type of overwork that I had before in 8th grade. In fact, I may just be paranoid about a monster that isn't even there. That's only a fact when you were so stressed out in 8th grade. Having this much workflow on you will be tough for anyone who lives a life like that. for a worker who is out for it. However, I did mention that I will be using Twitter more than ever at 052, and I don't want to be the one unprepared for what may become my dead husk of a dead bone, filled with nothing but just work and sleep. However, if that's what it takes to get me to a diploma, then so be it. And I want to be in the top 10% for a reason I will do if it kills me. Why do you even care about releasing videos to the channel? One word: love. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's the only thing from keeping me from becoming insane. Of course, I'm very lucky to even have a family at all, but I don't know what I'm doing is even right or wrong anymore. I just want to relax after all of this. I will be having my needed rest after this video is up. I haven't slept in days. What's the warning you're trying to tell me? Have I really been this subtle? If that's true, I'm sorry about that. The warning is not to get caught up with everything you do online. I know it seems like I'm doing it right now, but it's the only thing keeping me from going insane. In other words, don't be too caught up on YouTube or any other social media platform. In fact, after my insane ramblings in this room, I can see how that I just need to relax for a day or two. In fact, if I get at least 2 days of break during that 6-month period, then I will be blissful. Now that's the argument I can come up with. If you come out blank after this video, I will just leave you with this very vague statement. Don't get trapped by the law of running away fans. In other words, please be sure you're safe and not too caught up, as it clearly shows how I have been too caught up in YouTube. I just need some sleep and some peace. Please be safe. This is Jorge Musical Arenas signing off.